And we have exact lethal once again. Perfect. Sick. This deck is busted. Highlander Hunter, even on a budget, is still one of the best decks in the game, in my opinion. But those are two Druid matchups, so I'll probably play one more for a better sample size, actually. Okay, so this is different because usually I have a segment where I go over the budget list, but this already is the budget list. So basically, it's just going to be an overview of the deck and then the tier. On a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being awful, 5 being playable barely, and 10 being absolutely amazing. So this deck, very similar to normal Highlander. You want to go tempo. You want to be the aggressor in some cases if you're playing against a slower deck, but if you're playing into a faster deck, you want to play more reactive. Somebody asked me when to play Zephyrus, and that also depends on the matchup. If you're playing into an aggro matchup, play Zephyrus defensively. Play him early on to get some nice removal. If you're playing against a late game matchup, play Zephyrus late game as a finisher or to get a big value package. This one runs some secrets with the Phase Stalker, so that's pretty nice. If you ever feel uncomfortable with any of these cards, say like Marked Shot because it's a little bit weird in the deck, you can always just throw in another secret if you want. But for the most part, just play tempo, control into aggro matchups, and be aggro into control matchups, and close the game out with your 3 Highlander win conditions and the Grand Slam. If you don't have enough for this epic, Stormhammer is super important, but if you don't have enough for the Grand Slam, then you could take that out for another secret if you want, but it's just another late game finisher if you want. Or alternatively, the original deck actually ran a Reckless Rocketeer as the late game win condition as opposed to these two, which is also viable if you don't have the epic. That also works. That's the slight little budget segment. And in terms of how good the deck is on a scale of 1 to 10, the normal Highlander Hunter, 9.5, maybe even a 10. It could be like the perfect deck. It really only loses to like Face Hunter, maybe Demon Hunter, kind of. It beats everything else. This deck, very similar situation, except you also lose the mirror match and like some of the other value matchups like Priest and Rogue are a little bit more difficult. But overall, I'd still give this deck an 8. Like, it's definitely, maybe even an 8.5. I think it's a little worse than fully built Face Hunter. So probably about an 8. But it is definitely solidified as a good deck. 7 is a good deck that shows potential. 8 and above are like great decks. So this is officially a great deck, especially for being on a budget. So if you like this playstyle, play this deck. And I hope you guys enjoy the gameplay. Oh yeah, and if there's anything I can do to improve the content for you guys, please let me know. I want to be as good as I possibly can for you. But if you already like my content, feel free to subscribe, and I hope you guys enjoy the games. We rush Druid down. We need to mulligan for fairly aggressive options. Scavenger's Ingenuity's fine. I like that card a lot. But yeah, another thing about being an esporter is the fact that if I did try to do that instead of streaming specifically, like, I could be doing really well, but like early on in one of the tournaments, like I just get unlucky in a couple of games, and that would have been like my livelihood. The frames sometimes drop. I'm pretty sure that's part of the internet though. I'm gonna play this instead of draw just for tempo. Right? Yeah, we'll play that. Just for tempo purposes to go face. But like I wouldn't want to risk that. I also like just entertaining and teaching and doing all that. And I know that I'm a good player, but I also don't want to, like, stress. Because I feel like stressing about needing to win or lose, because that's literally, like, if I don't win, adds a huge portion of my income, I wouldn't be able to handle that. Like, I don't even handle losses well when I'm trying to grind, like, a high legend. Which is why I don't do that anymore. Which is why I stay at, like, I get to legend, and then I'm just chilling, right? Like, even when it doesn't matter, and it's just, like, I want to get top 1000. I just get more tilted. If it were a different game like League of Legends or Valorant or something, and I was actually good at any of those games and not like just plat in League, like that's the best alternative game that I have other than, well, obviously Legends of Runeterra I'm good at too, but that's the same thing with like a card game. If I was good at those games where you like do more and it's more team based, I think that's more fun because they're like friends you play with, right? So I would have been fine at least with that. Can we get packs on any server? I have figured out how to get the packs to anyone on any server. Yes. Dropped frames 51%. How? Oh. Oh, this is cool. Oh. This isn't important to you guys, but I figured out a way to... Okay, I can see my statistics a little more. Or not statistics, but I can... Okay, that's cool. This turn I don't have a dragon, so this is useless. Don't have anything to rush into. So we're just going to play Bone Wraith for tempo, hit face. Next turn's going to be Overgrowth. And I really need to start getting pressure or something on the board here, because if I don't, then I'm in trouble. What do I play in League? That goes my main. And what role? I liked Wukong for a long time. Now he's kind of busted, so it's I feel like a degenerate a little bit more playing it, but it's fine. And jungle. Sorry, I didn't actually say my main role. Let's see here. I still don't have a dragon, so I can't play the Scale Rider, so I think I'm just going to push more damage with this and hope he doesn't have Soul of the Forest. Because Soul of the Forest, they only run one copy of it, and he hasn't drawn any additional cards. So, you know. You try the new big Spell Druid deck. I don't like Spell Druid. I think that there are like some weird instances where it requires a lot. That was worded poorly. It just requires a lot of luck. Like, if you don't have the combo in your hand and you don't get ramp, then you're just at a loss, and there's nothing you can really do. As long as he doesn't give a minion taunt, and I'm able to Dino Tamer Bran, we're chilling. Also, the way that he's trading means that Explosive will do work. Absolute massive work. No! That's lame. He gets to trade into a couple of things, and then Explosive Trap goes off. And then theoretically I can trade in some of his stuff if I draw a dragon. That would be really nice. Oh my god, Old Guardian. Thank you for the raid of 49 people. Jeez Louise. This is great. Thank you so much. If I'd streamed earlier, I would have rated you. Or Rarn, depending on who's on. But I'm not sure. But thank you so much, Old Guardian. That's massive. Hello, Old Guardian viewers. For those of you who don't know, I try to make fairly educational, entertaining content. Sometimes making budget decks like this one, but also sometimes just playing decks that I find fun. Oh, sick. Okay, so I don't actually need the dragon. I can kill off one with this. I can fully wipe his board, which is nice. But this is Pog indeed. Yes, I agree with all of you guys. This is Pog. Thank you so much again. Oh, I wish my stream was not bugging out right now. It's dropping a few less frames, it says, but anyway. So we play the Dwarven Sharpshooter to kill this. We have Diving Griffin to kill that. And then we have Hit Face, run two things into that. And I don't want to take any more damage than I have to. So we have the mana to do it. We'll kill off one. Sadly, this dies to the 4-2, but we'll kill that off. And this combos really, really nicely with Desert Spear, by the way. So I'm probably going to save the last charge of it to play with Faceless Corruptor. It's probably one of the best little combos with Faceless Corruptor in the deck. But, how's everybody doing? Nicked name. Thank you so much for the follow, my dude. It means a lot. It's honestly great. Young Elemental Core Guardian and Old Guardian. Yeah, I am fairly young. Dude, I'm so sad. I went to play basketball the other day. By myself, okay? I was safe about it. I had a mask. But somebody on, like, behind the fence was talking to me and asked me if I played in high school. And if, like, I was in high school. Like, if I'm on the team. And I was like, dude, I'm, like, going into my last year of college. I'm not a baby anymore. I am an adult. Do I play Battlegrounds on stream? Not really. I haven't really played that too much. Thank you so much for the follow, Truckmaster98, sorry. But I played it a little bit, but I just think it was too simple. Like, I come as somebody who played TFT. Season 1, I got Diamond. It was pretty great. Then I decayed or whatever. I played Dota Auto Chess, and going from those where you needed to like manage economy, the placement of minions like really mattered, and like compositions really mattered more than just try to get as many Murlocs or as many beasts and stuff as you can. I didn't really like it as much, so I went with some of the other options, if that makes sense. Like, I like the game, and I think it was a cool idea. I think that it was a good thing that they put out, and for people who need, like, who want a simpler version, it's perfectly fine, but it wasn't my cup of tea. How much damage can I do here? If I play this, I have kill command also, so I hit, get it down to 8, Faceless Corruptor, hit kill command, and that is exactly lethal, right? So we hit, then I hit Faceless Corruptor, the 1/1. Again, this is the combo. That's why I didn't hit with the spear last turn. Trade these two in, hit him in the face, and kill command is exactly lethal. This deck is pretty good for a budget deck, honestly. Like, obviously you need the Highlander cards, because if you don't have them, don't run Highlander, but it's pretty solid. Right, so decent curve. He's not going to have a weapon, so the Acidic Swamp Ooze is kind of unimportant, but it does curve out pretty nicely, and he's going to be going a slower deck. So I need to try to build up as much pressure as possible to kill him before he gets ramp. Thank you so much, 76 Iceman, for the follow. Also, Andy, are those Fs or 1s? Those are definitely 1s. Andy, 211135. I don't know if there's a significance to the number of 1s, but, you know. If there is, please tell me. And, okay. Bit of a bummer. Zephyrus isn't really needed, so we'll go with Acidic Swamp Ooze. Again, he has no weapons, and then Scale Rider, and then Evasive Feywing, and we just kind of basically play tempo, and then if we ever don't have a play, we probably play Zephyrus to get the most efficient option for tempo, and then we just kind of keep going, honestly. Or we play Zephyrus turn 4 or 5 when he plays Glowfly Swarm, and I try to kill off his board. That's basically the plan at this point. Thanks in advance, yeah. I've been rating Rorin recently because, I don't know, we have been wanting to do, like, collabs and stuff on YouTube, and we've always been in communication, but also, just, it's birthdays? Oh, okay. But if you ever want to do a collab with me at some point, because I do them with Rorin sometimes, so we basically just, like, duo and basically climb together or play against each other. That would be awesome. Just throwing that out there if you want to do that at some point. I'm going to kill off the 3-2. I could have played the Evasive Feywing, but I kind of want the Dragon in hand for Dragon Synergy, which I realize now doesn't apply because I don't have Rottenness Drake anymore. But tracking's fine. Hopefully I don't lose anything too big. Secret's not super useful, especially since he's token, which means he's going to go wide. So this is not good. He can easily bait that out. Bone Wraith could be good, but Primordial Explorer curves out better and gets me more resources, so we're going to go with that. I'm not liking my situation right now, but it's okay. When is it right to turn to Zephyrus or use him for tempo? Personally, I like using Zephyrus early. Oh my god. Pretty much only if the matchup is aggro. Okay, we take this for sure. Holy mother of God. Or Varanus, because he's gonna... No, we take Dragon Queen, 100%, right? But sorry, you play him for tempo, usually into fairly aggressive matchups where you need early removal. And then for slower matchups, I try to use him for value. Or you can use him like as a mid-range thing, if you have nothing else to play but you need to have pressure. Like, let's just say my entire hand was like, for next turn, was Alexstrasza, Nagrand Slam, and like Bran, and then Zephyrus. Like, if I didn't have a play but I need to apply the pressure, I'd probably play Zephyrus there to maybe get a 4-drop on the board or something. But that's generally when I would try to use Zephyrus. Those are the key points. Also, obviously, to wipe the board if needed. But this next turn's pretty simple. It's probably going to be Hero Power the 3-2, get a 5-4 out there. See, this is the problem, right, with this kind of deck. He needs combos. Oh, he's going to crystal this. He's just going to, bloop, he's going to bop it. 1, 2, 3. I can't get lethal with that, so we're going to ignore it. We're going to play 5-4. We're going to shoot this and keep going face. We have this for removal. If he gets a taunt, potentially. If he goes wide or Kael'thas or something. There's the Mount Seller. He's going to start playing stuff for free. Or for 1 mana. Which kind of sucks. But luckily, this can't be targeted. So that's nice. I might be able to close the game out. Potentially. We've talked about it sometime before. I think. But I'm not really into 1v1 or duos. Oh, yeah. We have talked about it. You're right. Still haven't figured out what kind of collaboration I'd like. That's fair. Okay, well that's massive. I'm pretty sure here I have to just go with Brawl. Like, this is when you play Zephyrus, right? Like, if you look at the board, there's absolutely no way I survive this unless I play Brawl. Unless there's some lethal that Zephyrus is like, here you go. But that's probably not the case. Wait a minute. That's pretty sick, and it would kill everything except 2 minions, but it would keep one of mine up. But it would make sure that he can't potentially even get this. Which, there is something to be said for that, right? It would kill off this, it would leave 1, 2 minions up, but it would kill all of the other ones. But if Brawl leaves up to 7/12 somehow, then I'm in a lot of trouble. I think Brawl's still better, though. The odds of him having this up are pretty slim, and I can always kill off pretty much any other minion with the Diving Griffin next turn. So we're just going to hope for the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1 in 9 chance. I've got an 11% chance, 11.111111 or whatever, to get wrecked. Is this deck, or is this the cheaper Highlander Hunter? Yeah, it only runs a couple of legendaries. It only runs the 3 Highlander legendaries. Zixer, that's a fine card to be left up, honestly. I can kill that, no problem. Do you wait for the board to get big, or just play him preemptively? I usually wait for the board to get big. I usually get greedy with my Zephyrus and try to save him for as long as possible. What do you have? Oh, you're gonna Wrath your own minion to draw a card? That's high IQ, actually. That's actually massive. I respect that play. I mean, I guess I kill off one of these things, right? Faceless Corruptor. Ooh, wait, the Faceless Corruptor with Desert Spear combo. I'm probably not going to play that over Dragon Queen Alexstrasza next turn, but it'll be fine. I think I want to hit this because this is more damage. I don't think I'm going to die next turn. I can just play Dragon Queen Alexstrasza and be fine. Like, that's 7 damage. I got down to 20. I guess I could Faceless Corruptor if I feel like I need to. But that Brawl was great. The Explosive Trap was kind of useless. Now that I think about it. Oh my god, you're gonna Wrath again. That's okay. Just don't draw too many spells. Another Zixer! On the bright side, it fills his deck with minions, so he might not get as many. That's fine. That's like one thing. That's kind of scary. I would be lying if I said that wasn't scary. But that's not lethal yet? Right? This would be a good time to have Explosive now, but unimportant, I guess. Let's see here. 5, 6, 7, 8, that's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 damage. He doesn't have lethal. So there's no reason to try to, like, force wipe the board with Faceless Corruptor. It's definitely just Dragon Queen Alexstrasza here. Rottenous Drake for sure. Just kill something off, hopefully. Something good. And then Murzond. That's kind of useless. That was probably the minion I was going to try to kill. But, okay. The more minions killed, the better. I should have killed that off first. Innervate. Sick. Not super impactful. Hit the 3/3. Okay. That's fine. That's cool. Got a minion. Is that it? Oh, he got everything else from the stupid Mount Seller. Okay, that's fine. We'll hit this. We'll kill it off. And we just need to hope he doesn't draw, like, Savage Roar. And then we win. No Savage Roar, please. I'm begging you. I also have Dino Tamer Brand in my hand now. Like, just don't have it. I swear. A 1 in 13 chance, probably around a 8.7% chance. How accurate am I with these, like, predictions. Am I a genius? 8.7%, 1 divided by 13. 7.7. Okay, I'm not a genius. Sadly. Oh! Wait, that's massive. That was a good thing from the draw, actually. I mean, I still win with Dinotamer Brain hero power, but like, if anything could have potentially saved him, it was that. But he hero powers, yeah. But I have this for 1, and then that's 11. And we have exact lethal once again. Perfect. Sick. This deck is busted. Highlander Hunter, even on a budget, is still one of the best decks in the game, in my opinion. But those are 2 Druid matchups, so I'll probably play one more for a better sample size, actually. Okay, so playing against another Hunter. If this is Face Hunter, we're in a bit of a pickle, because Face Hunter is one of my worst matchups for this deck, just because you don't have that much defense. And if it's Highlander, then it's technically just a better version of mine, but we'll see what we can do. Desert Spear is a really good 3-drop, just in general. It helps a decent amount. Actually, I lose many games to this exact Druid deck because they have the Dream Opener and I don't. Dude, feels bad. That stupid Druid deck relies so heavily on, like, do I have the nuts? Or do I not have the nuts in the beginning? But it's okay. It's meant to throw people off, I guess. So, okay. Big brain here, right? Need to think steps ahead of this guy. Is it worth it to use Desert Spear now and kill a 3-2 and keep my 2-2 on the board and coin? I'm just trying to think of like all of the potential options here because that's kind of what you need to do. But honestly, no. I think that the Felmaw is probably best. And then just trade in. I want to save the dragon for potential dragon synergy. Mostly being Scale Rider because you don't have Rottenest Drake. But also if I draw the weapon, I don't want this to just be immediately killed. Oh god, wait, okay, or Corrosive Breath, technically, is also a thing. But if the 5-4 hits that 2-3, that's kind of sad. Ooh, sick, okay. We use the coin on this. This gets a spell out on the board. Okay, Explosive Trap isn't perfect. If it had been Freeze Trap, that would have, like, won me the game. And I feel like into this matchup, where it's a mirror match, I need to, especially where I have less value than he does, I have to go for extra value plays. Oh, okay. Well, that's just mean. I guess at this point, he doesn't, yeah, okay. Hit his face, or at least the 2-3. Oh! Well, that's sick. Thanks, man. Good job. Blast him in the face. And then just tracking, because we can, and just hope for some, like, dragons and stuff. Ooh, okay. I could go with the dragon, or I could go with Acidic Swamp Ooze to keep him from, like, blasting me, right? But I'm thinking more dragons to just pump out damage might be better. Because, like, knowing his deck, he's got 1 taunt, and it's Bone Wraith. So, theoretically, it's not really going to do that much. Acidic Swamp Ooze could get the weapon and be massive, though. But he's going Highlander. Is he going Highlander? Has that been confirmed? No, this was gifted to him. He could be going normal dragon, which means he could have more than 1 copy. Acidic Swamp Ooze is safer. Evasive Feywing will get me closer to victory sooner. I'm gonna go with safer because I'm a baby. Imagine the meta differences if Zephyrus was out of standard. Dude, if Highlander wasn't a thing, that would be wild. Not in terms of, like, the set. Obviously, the wild set, he'd be wild, but that's... Do you get what I mean? That'd be crazy. Doing some sick damage. Proves nothing so far. He could still be Highlander or Dragon. I need him to play something that, like, confirms it, you know? We're just pushing as much damage as possible. Theoretically, I should be able to win this game, right? Cool hearing your thought process. Cheers for that. Yeah, that's basically what I do. I basically just try to give you guys as much of a thought process as I possibly can. Because that's how people learn the most. Like, I've always been a person who learns from, like, seeing things, but having that, like, verbal is also really nice. Okay, well that's suboptimal. Still proves nothing, but, you know. Okay. Or do I taunt? I could taunt and just hero power and keep going face. I can't wait for the dragons anymore. I kind of just got to keep pushing damage. Like, my win condition now is drawing Zephyrus or Bran. I can't, like, think about it. If I had tried to save the weapon there, I'm going to lose this game based on the board state, right? I'm not going to get to Alexstrasza. I can't rely on that win condition. Me winning the game is literally just going to be based on, crud. Okay, that's not good at all. He is definitely Highlander. With beyond a shadow of a doubt now. Taunt? I guess that's kind of smart. I die next turn. That plays around Bran. That's smart. Okay. Well played. I had a chance to win this game, I feel like. But I don't know what turn things really took a tumble. But my win condition at this point was just going face because my deck was worse than his. And I had decent pressure on board at the beginning. I think maybe my turn 5 play was fairly weak. He also had Bran, so if I wasn't able to close the game out, he had lethal, so. He also had Bran last turn, so yeah, it's fine. Sometimes you just get less lucky. But yeah. Obviously, the fully made version of this deck is a little bit better than this one. If I had had Siamat in at least one of the other games that I played and this one, it would have been better. But deck is still fine. Like I would recommend if you have to play Highlander Hunter on a budget, I'd recommend that you still do it. Like it's still gonna be a good deck. And the only deck that I lost to was this mirror match. I also beat a Zulok with it earlier when I was testing this deck out. So like this deck can beat other decks. But it's definitely not as good as the mirror.